Hello, everyone, and welcome into this latest edition of the Michigan State Spartans Insider Podcast. I'm your beat reporter from Michigan State Spartans on SI, Aidan Champion. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. I certainly did. A very fun time with some friends. But we, uh, we're getting closer and closer to Michigan State football fall camp. I'm gonna go back to, or stick with basketball here. We'll have plenty of football to talk about in the coming weeks, but my last episode talked about the concerns that Michigan State basketball is facing. So I want to look at it from a positive angle as well, because there are some some good things that fans I think should be looking forward to with this team. Reasons why they should be hopeful. Because first off, I mean, there's a few similarities between this team and last year's team, and I think the main one, you're losing or you lost your three leading scorers from last season, and that was the case for Michigan State going into last season as well. And you obviously saw how that wound up. Won the Big Ten by 3 games and made it to the Elite Eight. And now you get to build off that. I mean, last year's team, there hadn't, this program had kind of been in a bad place the last few years or so, and there wasn't really much reason to be hopeful. So that's one thing. And then another really big thing with this team is the fact that it's returning 4 guys from last year who were very impactful for the team's success. Um, Mostly, though, I look at 3 of them being Jeremy Fears, Cohen Carr, Jackson Kohler, all of whom, are veterans, are um, expected to take the next step next season. I think all 3 of them will. And then throw Carson Cooper in there. I think he's going to be great for you. Um, Most likely will be your starting center. He really came along great towards the end of the season last season. And, um, while he's not a big time scorer, he is, he does some things to help you in other ways a lot. Rebounding and defense. I think his defense is highly underrated. And that's going to be key, especially as you go into another season where you're again facing some really tough big men in this league. Um, so definitely, Carson Cooper, definitely an underrated player for this team. But you've got 4 guys who are hungry, who come off an Elite Eight run. So you've got experience on a championship contender, experience from a Big Ten title team. So, now they've tasted success and they want more of it. Um, they know what it takes to get there, and they're going to be your leaders now, and that's huge. Um, so that's another big thing to look forward to with this team. Um, and then I would also say, I talked before about how there's pros and cons to the non-conference schedule. But I really do think it is beneficial that your non-conference schedule is as tough as it is. I think it will certainly help this team be prepared for conference play for the turn of the new year. Um, they're certainly going to be battle tested. I had said though that the bad thing about this non-conference schedule is it could go really wrong, and you could start off Big Ten play with um, already maybe 4 losses. Um, Certainly not the way you want to look at it. Um, but the good thing is that they will be very much prepared come January, and it is kind of fitting. Um, it's convenient because they will be playing some a really tough Big Ten, really tough. I think it will be the best conference in college basketball this year. Um, every team that had been contending last year, fighting for that top spot against Michigan State, all of them got better. And Michigan State, they didn't necessarily. So that's going to be really tough, but I do think this non-conference schedule helps you out a lot. Um, and then last but not least, you've got Tom Izzo still. And as long as you've got Tom Izzo at the helm, you've got a shot. He's taken teams of all sorts to deep tournament runs. And no matter how things go for this team, as long as they make the tournament, I mean, you can never count a Tom Izzo team out. So that's something that you can always be hopeful about and lean on, especially considering what he just did. I mean, a lot of people had thought Izzo was washed, and his days of deep tournament runs were done, and then here he goes and does it again with a team that didn't even have a first or second team All Big Ten guy. So, um, you know, any Tom Izzo team can go the distance. Um, so that's definitely something you can always be excited about. But there really are a lot of questions surrounding this team. Not necessarily bad questions. It's just we don't know what we're gonna get. Kind of like last year. Um, the Caleb Glenn injury hurts a lot, but I think you'll still be okay without him. Um, if there was something you'd like to have a little more of, I'd say it'd be experience. But they do have a good amount of experience. I just think as far as the backups go, you'd like to have more there. But um, all very good players, and I think we're already seeing signs of a close team. The chemistry's already forming, and that was one of the things that was really beneficial for last season's team. So I do think there is a path to another successful season for Michigan State. Um, Definitely wouldn't be counting them out. With all of that said, as always, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you're having a great holiday weekend, enjoying this weather, enjoying friends, family, and getting a nice break from work or any other anything else that you may be dealing with or maybe stressing you out. And in general, hope you're having a great summer. Thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.